There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Jobs180.com's Marketing Me Live at Bicol College. So today we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, Probe, and Innodata. So before we start, may we invite everybody for a short prayer followed by the singing of the national anthem. All right, so again, welcome everyone. Ready na ba kayo? I hope you all are. By the way, my name is Joyce from jobs180.com. I will be your today's host, and we are live via Jobs180 Facebook and Jobs180 YouTube page. So we hope that everybody is excited to learn new things today. All right, so to officially start today's session, may we invite Dr. Pedro T. Marsaliana, the third Executive Vice President, Bicol College, for the opening remarks.
To our distinguished speakers from Jobs180.com, our school president, Dr. Maria Lusty Makatinag, Dean Burns Trinidad of the Office of Student Affairs, participants in this virtual gathering, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Once again, we are gathered today to listen to our speakers in their discussion about Marketing Me Live, wherein they will be discussing about topics on online applications, virtual interviews, and the recruitment process, among others, which I personally believe will be of big help to our graduating students in both the tertiary and senior high school levels. Let me also commend Dean Trinidad for facilitating this activity together with their staff in coordination with top administration. Thank you, and God bless us all.
All right, so thank you so much, Dr. Pedro T. Marsaliana, the Executive Vice President of Bicol College, for that warm opening remarks. And now may we call on Dr. Maria Luz T. Makasinag, President of Bicol College, for the welcome message.
A pleasant and blessed afternoon to all the graduating students of the Bicol College Senior High School and college levels. In advance, I'd like to warmly congratulate all of you because you'll be graduating soon. You'll become pandemic graduates of the Bicol College, and still, it's really worth congratulating everyone because it is really something that despite the pandemic, you would be graduating already. And I am very happy also that Madam Byrne, the Dean of the Student Affairs, in coordination with the Deans of the different departments, Madam Lola, Sir Marlu, have closely worked together with Jobs180.com to be able to come up with this Marketing Me Live opportunity by which you can all join virtually and be able to learn a lot for purposes of being able to productively make yourselves more effective in marketing yourselves when you apply for a job, when you leave the portals of the Bicol College. Please make sure that you really attend and make the most of this activity because it's really worth it. Before the start of the pandemic, we had this face-to-face job placement opportunities by which we invite many prospective employers from the industry, but now that we're still in the virtual modality, it is very commendable that Madam Byrne and Jobs180.com came up with this idea so that all the more you can be prepared further and be able to appreciate the learnings that you can get from this webinar to make yourselves more than ready to face the real world in looking for a job. So good luck to all of you. Congratulations once again. And when you leave this venerable institution, I hope and pray that you will be carrying with you all the core values of this higher educational institution as you continue to journey towards success in this interesting point in our lives, in your lives. So congratulations once again to everyone, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much also, Dr. Luz Makasinag, for gracing the event and, of course, for trusting and allowing Jobs 180 to power your webinar. Okay, so thank you so much, ma'am. So, as usual, for Bicol College, for our audience today, please comment your name, your year, and your course. And if you have questions later on, please type them in so we can answer them after the talk. So, don't forget to tag and share this to your friends too. So, kung wala pa sila dito, tawagin nyo na. Nakakapanghinayang naman if mamemiss nila ang opportunity na ito. So, grab the opportunity, guys. So, tawagan nyo na sila habang nagsisimula pa lang tayo. So if you guys are ready, here is our schedule for today. So we have online applications using Resumelink, which will be discussed by jobs180.com. We also have virtual interviews and the recruitment process, which will be discussed by Innodata and mental health checks. I'm sorry, by Probe and mental health checks by Innodata. So again, shout out to everyone who is here na. Please comment your name, your year, and your course. And if you have questions, sabi ko nga, huwag kayong mahiya magtanong. As we go along, type in your questions so we can read it later. And this is your chance, sabi ko nga, to ask before you face the real adulting thing or the world of work. So medyo mahaba-habang ating session for today. So sit back, relax, and let us all #learn together. Okay, so kilalanin na po natin ang ating unang speaker. So for our first topic, which is online applications using Resumelink, our first presenter has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 plus career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. The managing director from jobs180.com, Mr. Kim Chua. Sir Kim, take it away.
Allow me to share to you how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No? Not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan na tinatawag natin Resumelink. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number 1, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala tong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay? More than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung protectionan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na Resumelink. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely, wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na ano mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, meron kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot. Pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo. Gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com. Okay. kaya J Santos, o kaya Santos J, o kaya JS, o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay? Wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, huwag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, example lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw yung makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So sayang lang. So you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpletong detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo, kayo lang may alam yan, at lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kayo ng account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang ito. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay, lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po, lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR, kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot, lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So, ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often than you open your social media account. So, I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis tayo makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on-off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Hindi lagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or anong mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag-door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay? So walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating pa sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gano'ng karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Just make sure lang, alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakaabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So, you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-tourism at pang-HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts, whatever. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa dalawang lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung dalawa. Kung dalawa lang talaga alam nyo, din dalawa lang. Ano tong dalawang to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Chabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have, kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No? Ilagay mo sa loob ng Resumelink. Just transfer them here inside the Resumelink para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma, di ba? Transcript. Ano pa? Toga? Hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan. Ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede kang mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So kung di mo type yung sagot, i-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, yung mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O, di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda yung sample yan. Okay? So, huwag kayo maglagay ng ganun kasi mga sample ng profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the Resumelink is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na Very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Di ba? Halimbawa, o sabi ni iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But now, the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologies, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So, depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So, I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member na akit bahay gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So, kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi maganda example para wag niyong gagayahin. Wag kayo magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamalan ko yung mga aplikante, pag nakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam. O, diba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan. Blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo tsaka oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? When I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon na dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is si iExpert. Tignan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything. From top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo napapabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay rin ng HR napapabilis because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo attention, gusto kanya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step, like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Diba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Diba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design, diba? Gets mo ibig ko sabihin, wag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pag nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pagprocess sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do you do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real time. As in real time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo attention, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So, better make sure nandyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So, yan. So, tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So, you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, huwag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nagsubmit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position na in-applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala nang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka na mag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to your information. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan Ang kulit, saka nakakapagod. Ano gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakapagod yan, hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo, update-update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, Usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long bond or short bond paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No, maliliit lang, parang business card ang dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long bond paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, with this day and age, technology na ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang. Huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So, again, sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number one, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secured na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganun. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data, pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi, makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O, di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pa mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now, we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So, thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So, hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo. Especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool, please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes. Lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay. With respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs 180, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it. Enter, save it. Real-time update. Lahat ng binigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Ayos? Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Di balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. Di ba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay, again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Okay, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, Sir Kim, for discussing about the resume link. Hello, Sir Kim. There. Okay. Hello, Sir Kim. Mic check. Audio. Sound check. Hello, Sir Kim.
Hello. Hi, Joyce. Hello po, ma'am.
Ayan. Medyo may delay. May delay lang ng konti, Sir Kim. Hello. So guys, the floor is now open for questions. So if you have questions regarding resume link or...
Yes, I can hear you.
Ayan, may delay nga, Sir Kim. Ayan. So again, guys, if you have questions, please feel free to post your questions on the comment section and we'll try to answer all your questions. So while waiting for questions, Sir Kim, ako na po muna ang maunang magtatanong habang nag-iisip sila ng questions. Ayan. All right. So first, of course, Bicol College po is actually planning to have their virtual career fair also. So paano po or gaano ka-convenient for the Bicol College to use the resume link since parang 2 years po ata tayo since last nag-webinar or nag-job fair kay Bicol College, Sir Kim? For the virtual career fair.
Very convenient yung resume link kasi pagka pag meron silang resume link, ang una-una is getting a lot of job notification. So by instead, as contact sa inyo, kailan magde-decide kung accept niyo yung invitation nila or hindi. So that's the first thing na nakita kong advantage niyan, tsaka usefulness. Pangalawa is you'll also be when you join you'll be getting invitation there for the upcoming webinars ng Bicol College. Ginagawa natin ngayon. Pati rin sa mga virtual career fair. Dahil sabi nyo kanina ni Ma'am Joyce, meron tayo isi-schedule din na virtual job fair, no? Para sa Bicol College. So, pagka meron kayong resume, you'll be getting those invitation as well. So doon pa lang, lamang na kaagad yun, pabor sa inyo. Another thing pa that you'll be able to make use of your resume link during the virtual career fair is that yung mga, kasi pag tinanong kayo ng mga, if you have your resume or resume link, all you need to do is just give your resume link. Ganun lang kasimple. And then whatever information is set. Okay?
All right, so thank you so much, Sir Kim. Another question is for those people who just came in.
Mukhang may
Can they
lang
apply
talaga.
to... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. May lag po. Ayan, pero I think manageable naman. So, next question, Sir Kim, is for those people who just came in, so medyo late pumasok. So, can they apply to companies who do not know Jobs 180 using their resume link?
Yes, you can use your
In
resume link
preparation
in
po ito sa
all.
virtual career fair nila, Sir Kim.
Yes. Pag pumunta sa mga job fair, pumunta kayo sa mga companies, kahit na yung company hindi si jobs1.com, ang importante, malaman nila yung resume link ninyo. 'Di ba? Kasi hindi nila mahuhulaan yan, 'di ba? Hindi naman ito parang social media. Pag tinype ko, halimbawa, Angel, mayroon akong makikita dyan mga a few thousand or a few 100,000 na Angel ang pangalan. Now, if I go to jobs180.com, type ko yung Angel, wala pong lalabas na Angel. Wala rin pong Devil, no? Nalalabas dyan. Walang lalabas, in short, unless may company name, may position title, or may location na may ganong word. Halimbawa lang, Angel, di ba? Eh, kung yung kalsada na, or yung pangalan ng company is Angel Company, yan, possible may lalabas. Pero yung resume link ng person, hindi yan masisearch sa loob ng resume link. So, yan yung isang maganda. No? Pag pumunta kayo sa mga company, sa mga job fair, pwede mo ibigay ang resume link mo, kayo ang may control kung sino bibigyan nyo, at kayo rin may control kung ano yung information i-show nyo sa public or i-hide nyo sa public. So, ganun ang gawin nyo. Kahit na pumunta ka sa company at sinabi ng company, do you have your resume? So, sometimes they're expecting that you give a hard copy. Pwede mo rin print yung resume link mo for your hard copy. Pero kung hindi mo pa napiprint yung hard copy mo ng resume link, then you can just give them the link. Just tell them, that is my resume po, ma'am. You can open it with any browser, whatever you're using, Google Chrome, Firefox, Android, Safari, kahit ano pang gamit mo pong browser, ma'am. Pwede nyo makita yung information ko. Basta i-type nyo lang eksaktong-eksakto yung link na yun. Yun po. So, I think that's that is very, very useful. No? Hindi ka limited doon sa dala mo lang. Kung dala mo 10 papel lang. So hanggang 10 kumpanya lang pwede mo applyan kung 10 sets of resumes lang ang bit-bit mo. Di ba? Ayos.
Alright, so thank you so much, Sir Kim. Yes po. Thank you for answering the question. And of course, to encourage the Bicol College to create the resume link now, ano po yung pinaka-best feature for you, Sir Kim, ni resume link?
Ang best feature for me is yung security feature. Yan yung sa akin. Kasi ang real-time update siya. So anytime pwede mo, ikaw may control ng information na kung sino ang bibigyan mo or sino ang hindi papakitaan ng details mo. Unlike the traditional resume, kung compare ko lang kung gaano traditional na resume, kung nabigay mo na sa company yun, wala ka na pwede baguhin eh. Lahat ng information mo nabigay mo na. So kung meron ka man lang papalitan or meron kang update, ang kailangan gawin, mag-submit ka ulit another set of resume. Diba? Or if you need to email, you need to email again. Tayo tuloy-tuloy yung changes natin sa information, di ba? Siyempre, nag-improve tayo sa career natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga development sa ating mga sa pag-aral natin, sa pagtrabaho natin. So, lahat na information yan, you have to update it. So, masyadong trabaho to keep track of all those information. Unlike your resume, isa lang yun, di ba? It's just the link and it's yours for life, o di ba? Forever. So, sa'yo na yung resume link mo, palit-palit ka lang ng details mo. Whatever you want to attach, whatever you want to remove, you want to delete, or you want to edit, ikaw may control niyan. So, yan yung kagandahan ng resume link. Di ba? Yan yung para sa akin,
Alright.
the security feature.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. And of course, before you go backstage, Sir Kim, do you have announcement po or meron po ba tayong
May mga
vacancies
ano
na
lang, paalala o sa mga
ka-directed?
nakikinig ngayon, just in case you have friends or you have relatives or you have anyone, you know anyone na maging interesado mag-apply for OJT muna tayo. Meron po kaming virtual OJT na ino-offer sa lahat po ng school partners natin. So even if you are in Bicol or anywhere in the Philippines, basta virtual ang OJT na kailangan, bukas pong office namin. Now, aside from that, marami kayong kailangan for virtual OJT. So, wag kayong mag-alala. We can accommodate you. O yan, yung gusto na sabihin. Then, pagdating po sa full-time position, meron po kami requirement para sa IT for web development and another full session din na kailangan namin for customer support. So, if ever you're interested or anyone who's interested, punta lang po kayo doon sa website ni jobs180.com. Hanapin nyo si Jobs180 or po nagsuscroll na link right now. Kung nakikita nagsuscroll yung link ngayon dyan sa screen nyo, punta kayo sa school.jobs180.com/Bicol College. Dire-diretso lang, no spaces in between. And you can share Jobs 180. Now, another thing pa na pwede yung gawin, kung gusto nyo lang pwede kayo mag-email diretso sa info, that's info, info@jobs180.com. Diyan nyo po i-send ang resume link ninyo. Okay? So, parati resume link na lang ang gamitin natin. Huwag na tayong gumawa ng ibang format. Okay? Kung meron kayong ibang format, just in case lang, meron kayong Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have, I recommend copy na lang, transfer all those information sa loob ng resume link niyo para mas maging secured ang mga data ninyo. Yun lang po. Okay? Maraming salamat.
Alright, so thank you so much, Sir Kim. Maraming salamat. So guys, if you still have questions, please feel free to visit our website. It's www.jobs180.com, or if you have questions pa po, please email us at info@jobs180.com. Okay, so we are time bound. So medyo limited lang yung time natin for the Q&A, pero we'll try to answer your questions offline. So thank you so much, Sir Kim. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Kim. Ingat. All right, so let's now move on to our next topic, which is virtual interviews and recruitment process. So our next presenter started with Stellar PH as an intern back in 2017 and has been with the company for 3 years and counting. After he started as an intern, he then became TL. He took BSBA major in Human Resources Development Management at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He graduated as Dean's Lister with Chua, or general weighted average of 1.75, and been a 2-time President's Lister and 4-time Dean's Lister. The talent acquisition lead team from Probe, Mr. John Lenard Malsi. Good morning, Sir Lenard. Miss Marianne, you're on mute po.
Sorry. Hello. Sorry
Good
to
morning,
disappoint everyone. John Malsi is actually doing some interviews right now, so I'll be the one representing Pro Philippines for today. All right.
All right. So
Good
are you sharing your
morning.
screen, Miss Marianne?
Unfortunately, I was not able to prepare presentation, but I hope that I'll be able to share it na lang in words. Okay. So good morning.
All right
By
po.
the
So if
way,
you're yes, ma'am. If you're ready,
go
ma'am, I'll
ahead.
see you after 20 minutes for the Q&A. Good
No
luck, Miss Marianne.
worries. Good, good. Well, thank you. All right, so guys, my name is Marian Tolentino. My nickname is Ian for short. I'm actually the talent acquisition manager for Probe. All right, so we're here to actually, I'm here to actually share with you guys tips on how to answer interview questions. Okay, so again, my apologies. I would not be able to what do you call this, to send to show a presentation to everyone, but letting you know that what do you call this, I'll share it to you, everything that I know of and based on my experience. Okay, so let's start off by saying how would you be able to answer the questions in an interview confidently. All right, so number one, very important, is you have to make sure that even if face-to-face siya or virtual interview siya, definitely you have to make sure to make an eye contact with your interviewer when answering those questions. Kasi the eye contact would mean would show your confidence and your sincerity to the interviewer, and your interest shows your interest about the interview. So that's one key item for me when you are being interviewed by anyone. So very, very important yon. You do not put away that eye contact, because if you put away that eye contact, it seems that you're unsure of what you're saying. Pero eye-to-eye contact shows sincerity and confidence. Okay? Now, second point is you have to make sure that even if it's virtual, lalong-lalo na if it's face-to-face, you have to maintain a strong body positioning during the interview. If it's virtual, even if your what do you call this, your virtual interview is up until your shoulders are ready, so you have to show good stance, and you have to prepare at least for the if for a video interview, prepare the attire that you'd be using if it's video interview. So when I say strong body positioning, straight up, straight body, and prepare your physical appearance as well. So this would definitely show confidence in with your interviewer. So one of the things also, most especially if it's going to be a face-to-face interview, body positioning is very important. So for me, as an interviewer, I wanted to see my interviewee facing me and facing with confidence, as in like sitting properly, straight body, and not slouching. Because if slouching, it means that it's showing some disinterest on this person. All right. So, for example, you have to sit down in the proper manner, your hands on your lap. What do you call this? You don't have to place your hands like this. It shows a different what do you call that? A different perception on your interviewer. So you just have to be your hands are just in front of you. Okay. Now, third tip for you guys is that don't fidget when you're answering. What does that mean? So you have to be still, you have to show control and calculated movements. It's okay to be animated using your hands, using your body language, but being animated and talking with your hands just for you to be able to express is okay. But if it's too much, like everything else is there, and it's very distracting already, prevent from doing so. Okay? You don't want the attention of the interviewer to be on your hands, on the animation of your face, but the fact that your interviewer will listen to you and hear you, and not through the other physical aspect of the interview. Okay? That's one thing. Fidgeting during the interview, doing a lot of things is basically a sign of nervousness. Don't let that show during the interview. Very, very important. Okay? Number four, even though I know that you'd be nervous, everyone is nervous on the interview, you always have to smile at a certain scenario or a certain questions that will make you smile. So make that appropriate reaction to your interviewer. And as much as possible, even if you're nervous, try to enjoy the process. Meaning, um, sometimes your interviewers are very, very keen in terms of seeing the physical reaction of your face whenever you're nervous. Okay? So even if you don't necessarily have to like laugh or smile, but smile with your face. Okay? Smile with your eyes, meaning that shows that you're very interested despite of your nervousness inside. Okay? So you can use your eyes, you can use your smiles like that. So you have to make sure that you look interested and of course confident. Okay? So it's okay to show you're thinking about interview answers or deciding what to say, pero you have to constantly strain that part where you feel nervous. Because if it's gonna be like virtual, you have to show that confidence, and you have to make sure to listen to everything that the interviewer will say. Okay? Number five, this is very important. You have to deliver your answers calmly and slowly. Bakit kamo? Because sometimes people tend to get nervous. People tend to talk faster. When you talk faster, you'll sound more unprepared, or you sound more nervous, you seem to be stuttering. So you take it one step at a time when you speak. It's okay whenever you're asked of questions and you think about your answers 1 to 2 seconds, but not too long, because by that sense, your interviewer is looking after you and looking at you, thinking about the answer that you give. Remember, any answer that you'll be giving after that, after the interviewer tells you the question, means that you cannot go back to the ones that you've answered. So there's no what do you call this? So there's no right and wrong answers depending on a question, but you have to make sure you'd be sure about your answer and making sure that you do it calmly and slowly. That's how you're gonna think well and answer well. Okay? So, say for example, there's a key tip I wanted to share with you as well. So, if you're thinking about your answer to the question, you can always say, "That's a great question. Let me think about it for a second." You can pause, but not too much. All right. And then number six, avoid rambling or long, what do you call this, winded answers, meaning you have to avoid going around the bush, meaning you have to answer straight to the point. Okay, when an interviewer asks you of a question, they want a clear and direct answer. Okay, so say for example, if an interviewer asks you, what can you bring to the company and position? So you should tell them top three skills that you have, and then not really actually 10 to 1,000 skills. Okay, you have to think quickly on what skills you prioritize and discuss further with the skills that you've discussed. Very, very important, direct and precise answer. You know why? Because some interviewers technically get bored if you run around the bush or you don't go directly to your answers. Okay? So sometimes if you talk too much, sometimes if you don't give the direct answers, that's also a way of some of the interviewees to think of other answers. But you have to make sure that you organize the things that you're about to say. Because if you organize the things that you're about to say, that would let your interviewer know that I am confident. I know what I'm saying, versus going around and telling different things that it's not direct to the question. Okay? All right. And then number seven tip, practice your tone of voice. So for your interviewer to know that you're confident, definitely the tone of voice is very important. Okay? There are no answers that you can ask. Well, your tone will be depending on what type of statement that you're saying. If it's a question, then sound like a question. But most importantly for interviewers and for interviewees, it's mostly statement. So you have to practice on how you put that stress on the words that you wanted to say. It's not as if that, I really want this job. I really wanted how to do it. So you have to make a fluid tone of voice for your interviewer to know that she's really interested. Okay? You put the slow and calm voice, but the tone should also be consistent. Okay? There are a lot of things that interviewers would see how you say your tone versus how you say your answers, because your tone totally changes the mood of how you answer your questions. It's basically how confident you are, and you can be pretty excited as well, but not too much. Okay? All right, number eight is interview also your employer. You can also ask questions to your interviewers. If something is really unfamiliar, it's okay. All right, it's okay to ask, especially if the questions that you wanted to ask your interviewers are not included in the job description that is indicated on the opening. It's not bad to ask, primarily because your employers or your interviewers would think that this would be something that she or he is very interested, and he or she really likes this position. Okay, so you just have to position those questions that you would ask your interviewer, that is something that is not already indicated in the job description. So you have to read it through. Anyways, everything naman, when you are a job seeker, diba, remember, you always look into the job description of the position prior to applying, because you wanted to check if this would suit you or not. But if there are any unclear questions that you have for the employer or the interviewer, feel free to ask, and ask with confidence, because you wanted to know if this is really the right job for you, right? So there, you just have to make sure that, again, the key is preparing for the interview, preparing and looking after, as what Sir Kim mentioned. You have to prepare your resume, read it through prior to any interviews. May it be what do you call this? May it be a face-to-face interview or a virtual interview. Based on my experience, guys, I've been in recruitment for quite some time, and believe me, even if I had a lot of experience in recruitment, I myself, when being interviewed, tends to get nervous as well. But for me, how I pull through my interview based on those tips also is making sure that I make use of my experience in the companies that I work for. Your best practices, your experiences, that would be the best key in successfully answering questions of your interviewers. Okay? Be prepared. Okay? Be confident. Although deep inside you're very nervous, it's really nerve wracking, any interviews. And again, number three, top of mind for me, based on my experience, it's okay to get rejected, but we move on from that particular rejection. And you have to believe that you can do better next time. Okay, so those are all the tips that I have currently, guys. So, well, one of the processes, just wanted to share, Joyce, if it's okay with you, I'll be sharing the process of Pro, actually, Pro Philippines. So currently we have openings for our BGC site, Eastwood, and also our Cubao site. So we're doing also on-site processing already. Once you're on site, you would be endorsed for what do you call this? So logging in on our application form. After this, that will be the initial interview. After that would be an online assessment. And then after is going to be the final interview. So Pro Philippines is gearing towards one-day hiring, just to ensure that everyone would be hired the same day. So if it's going to be virtual, on the other hand, we're also doing virtual recruitment. So what we basically do is we have a Google Meet invite sent to our candidates. Join the Google Meet. We have 6 to 7 recruiters that are waiting on the Google Meet and interview people right off the bat. And then same process goes, doing initial interviews, doing assessments, online assessments, and then final interview, and end the day with a job offer. So that's it for me, unless you guys have questions.
Thank you so much, Miss Marian. So again, we'd like to apologize. So in behalf of Sir um,
John, yes.
Sir John of
Mm,
Probe, so Miss Marian here is with us
mm,
too. Okay, so to answer the question, so if you have questions, guys, please feel free to post your questions on the comment section, and we'll try to read and answer them all. Okay, so last two speakers na lang. So if you have questions ngayon, itanong nyo na. Kasi sayang naman, no? So mas marami tayong matututunan pag nag-ask tayo ng questions. Siyempre sa mga expert na invited guest speakers natin. So while waiting for questions, Miss Marian, I'll be asking questions na lang po muna habang nag-ready
no
sila ng kanilang
problem.
questions. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So, Miss Marian, you mentioned po na you're also into virtual recruitment na din po today, no? So the recruitment
Yes.
process is done virtually. So are you also offering po work from home jobs, or virtual internships for the interested students po?
Well, technically for work from home, actually, we just have one account already doing virtual processing or virtual training. Mostly are already on site, no. But once we have an opening for a virtual for that particular account, we'll let you know, guys. But for virtual internship, we have. But what do you call this? It's gonna be on a different sites actually, but we can endorse. We can you can contact our sourcing team. We can do that because there are also need for specific recruiters or specific OJTs for call outs. Yep.
And thank you, Miss Marian. Do you have office or sites po near Bicol if the ano po the students or the applicants are interested lang?
Yes, we do have. It's just that it's not open yet for on-site,
Mm-hmm.
but you can send through your applications through our sourcing team that
Mm-hmm.
would connect with you guys. Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Marian. We have a question po from the audience questions actually. So here are my questions, sabi niya. So from Miss France Domitita. So first, how can the
Mhm.
applicant effectively answer the interviewer if he or she asks, "Do you have questions for me?" And number two, how can an applicant leave a positive and lasting impression in an interview?
So to answer your number one question, do you have any questions for me? So you have to think twice if you have, again, as what I mentioned a while ago, no, if there are certain things that is not included in the job description of the position that you applied for, you can ask that. So, but if you don't really have any questions so far on that particular position, then you can say politely, I don't have any questions so far, but the job description is very clear. Now, how can you leave a positive and lasting impression in an interview? You just have to be yourself. You just have to make sure that you leave that good confidence and that you show interest. That's the three key things for you to leave a good impression in the interview. Though, it's really nerve wracking, any interview is. There's no easy interview, but you show that confidence and you show that you are really interested, that would make you pull through.
Thank you so much, Miss Marian. So do you still have questions, guys? So if you still have questions, guys, huwag kayo mahiya magtanong ha. Feel free to ask lang. Okay, so next question, Miss. Um, for the first-time job seekers po or applicant, no? So how
Mhm.
can you actually sell yourself po in an interview with no experience?
Well, when I started having interviews, when I was still, first time also working as well. No? So I always say that I know that I'm not yet experienced person, but I'm very much willing to learn whatever the company can provide me. I'm easy to quick learner. That's what's always being said, a quick learner. But I would be very much willing to learn things that I need to know. And with your help, I can enhance my skills more. So meaning there's like a positivity in that scripting, meaning I can learn from you. So you need to help me. So parang ganon. If it's a first time experience in applying. Because you always have to let the interviewer know that I'm here. I am hungry for training. I wanted to know everything. I need your help to do that. That's what you need to show your interviewer.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And okay. So next question, Miss, is
Mhm.
what's the most important virtual interview etiquette an applicant must have?
Number one, prior to taking the virtual interview, you have to secure your connection. Okay? That's the number one rule because technically, having a good connectivity, having a good background, meaning no background noise, having a good connectivity means that you're really prepared for the interview. Because if you don't have that, your interviewer might find it difficult to gauge your interview, right? And then, secondly, you come in prepared, as in physically you have to have, like, at least you have to fix yourself, fix what you're wearing, or at least put some makeup for the girls, and for the boys you just have to make sure that you're clean looking, because that makes a very good impression to your interviewers, no? Needless to say, even if you have good answers and you're wearing sando or you're wearing pambahay, it doesn't give a good impression, meaning you're not prepared, right? So most specifically for virtual, that's very very important for me. That's what I'm looking for. There are certain times interviewers don't necessarily need to have videos, okay? But if your interviewer would want you to have a video, you have to come in prepared, okay? Because sometimes even if they don't require you in a video, but at least it's just voice, you just have to sound definitely, you have to make extra effort to sound definitely confident, diba? So yun ang key things for a virtual interview, guys.
All right. So thank you so much, Miss Marian. So
Mhm.
I think you answered well all our questions naman po. So since we are time bound, we're cutting the Q&A na po. So final
Yes.
words na
Mhm.
lang po, Miss, for the graduating students of Bicol College.
Well, just wanted to invite everyone with applying for Pro Philippines. No, we have a lot of opportunity in store for you guys. You can just go through our website and Facebook for Pro Philippines, and you can see all the openings that we have there. All right, see you guys. Thank
Thank you so much,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Marian, for joining us today, for sharing your time and your expertise. Thank you so much, Miss Marian. Ingat po.
Thank you.
So, guys, if you're interested to apply at Probe, please submit your resume link at jobs180.com/probe. Again, that's www.jobs180.com/probe. Moving on to our last topic and speaker for today's session, mental health checks. So our third presenter, she graduated BS Psychology at San Sebastian College, Recoletos de Cavite. She has been working as HR professional for more than 4 years now at Innodata Knowledge Services Incorporated, which is one of the pioneers of work from home arrangement with a flexible schedule and highly promotes work life balance. The talent acquisition lead associate from Innodata, Ms. Shena Marie Filomeno. Hi, Ms. Shena. Good morning po.
Hello, good morning. Good morning
I'm glad to
again.
see you again po. All right. Ma'am,
Mhm.
can we now test po your share speed?
Sige, sige. How about my audio? Okay? Okay yung audio
Yes, ma'am.
ko?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear po.
Okay. Okay.
Again, guys, if
Ayan.
you still have questions, please feel free to ask. Last speaker na po natin si Miss Marian. So baka may mga questions kayo na gustong itanong sa ating mga speakers, wag kayong mahiya magtanong. Okay? So Miss Shena, your screen is up. So I'll see you after 20 minutes for the Q&A. Good luck, Miss Shena.
Okay. So again, good morning everyone from Jobs 180 and from Bicol College. So again, I am Shena Marie Filomeno. So I am working as the talent acquisition lead at Innodata and then Iber Refracting Company. And then also what I will be discussing today is about, of course, it's very relevant nowadays. So it's about the mental health check. So we need to assess ourselves. So how are we, how the mental health is important nowadays, especially now we are still in pandemic. So somehow lumuluwag na yung protocols, but still COVID is still around. So we need to know what works for us. Okay, so let's have a recap about what's happening. So what happened for the past 2 years that we are in pandemic. So of course, for the past 2 years, hospitals are crowded. So a lot of people we know are experiencing COVID, and then a lot of our loved ones passed away because of COVID. So it's very uncertain. And all of those, for the past 2 years, we experience anxieties, we experience uncertainties, especially now that everything changes. So from being normal to new normal. Okay? So especially now that the students are experiencing stress, burnout, or they're experiencing challenges when it comes to their mental health. So it's very important that we assess ourselves kung ano na nga ba yung stand ng mental health natin ngayon. Okay. So what I am feeling right now, so assess yourself. Do you feel burnout? Do you feel tired? Do you feel lost? Or do you feel unproductive and unmotivated? So if you are feeling those things as of the moment, the big question will be, is it okay to feel that way? The answer is a big yes. It's normal to feel those five things. Okay? So, okay lang na hindi maging okay sa panahon ngayon. Okay? So, let me share to you the signs of burnout. So, the first one is you're exhausted. So, madali tayong mapagod. So, it's also a sign of burnout. The next one is we feel or we think that we are useless. Okay? So, kahit anong ginagawa natin, so we feel na there's no point of doing this or there's no way na magagawa ko yung mga dapat nating gawin. You hate your job or you hate what you are doing right now. Okay? Everything gets under your skin. So, madali kang mairita sa mga bagay-bagay. So, kahit feeling natin maliit lang yung mga bagay na yon, so kinaiiritahan na natin. Because maybe we are feeling burnout. Your mind wanders. So, lumilipad yung isip natin kung saan-saan na napupunta yung isipan natin. Pwedeng sa time na to, yung isip natin nasa ibang bagay. Imbes na makafocus tayo sa dapat natin ginagawa ngayon, so hindi tayo makafocus because our mind wanders. Sleep is tough to get. So, nahihirapan na tayong matulog. Okay? So, kung before, let's say before pandemic, so nakakakuha tayo ng 8 hours of sleep or more. But now, due to, pag-iisip ng madami, so kung ano na yung mga pumapasok sa isip natin, nahihirapan na tayong matulog. Frequent headache. So, kung dahil nga lack of sleep, nakaka-experience tayo ng lack of sleep, so of course, nakaka-experience din tayo ng pagsakit ng ulo dahil kulang tayo sa tulog. Lack of satisfaction. So, kahit anong gawin natin, let's say we accomplish something and that accomplishment is successful, but still, hindi tayo nasa-satisfied sa mga ginagawa natin. Kahit feeling ng ibang tao is, kino-congratulate tayo, ang ganda ng ginawa mo, ang ganda ng performance mo, but still, hindi pa rin tayo satisfied. Hindi pa rin tayo natutuwa dun sa result. Lack of concentration. So of course, if you feel everything, so you lack concentration of the something that you need to do. Okay, let's say you have school works. So may mga kailangan kang gawin. So madami. So madami kang need gawin. But due to lack of concentration, so hindi mo siya magawa ng mabuti. So hindi mo matapos yung kailangan mong gawin. Okay? You lost focus to the things that you need to do ahead of time. And of course, extreme sadness. Okay? So nakaka-feel na tayo. Minsan may times na makaka-feel tayo, nakaupo lang naman tayo or nakahiga lang naman tayo. Pero makakaramdam tayo ng sadness even though there's a lot of people around us na masaya but still we can feel that sadness. Okay? So those are the signs na burnout ka na. So if you feel 5 or more, 3 or more of this, so ayan. So maybe you are burned out. Okay. So aside from being burnout, since we experience those things, so maybe we are into procrastination. So ano nga yung procrastination? So procrastination is a state in which one is delaying work on or completion of a task or project. Okay. So nagpo-procrastinate na tayo sa mga bagay-bagay. So ano ba yan? Let's say meron tayong schoolwork ngayon. So sabi ng professor natin or sabi ng teacher natin na we need to finish this task next week. But since nga nagpo-procrastinate at nasa isip natin na matagal pa yun, okay, next time ko na lang gagawin kapag malapit na. O bukas ko na lang gagawin. But di mo na malayan, dumating na yung time na magpapasahan na kayo ng task nyo or ng schoolwork nyo. Let's say it's a night before. Okay? So may isip natin, may realize natin, hindi ko nagawa yung mga dapat kong gawin or hindi pa ako makakapagpasa kasi bakit? dinelay mo yung gagawin mo. Okay? Kasi nasa isip nga natin, matagal pa naman yung task na yan. So, pwede ko pa siyang gawin kapag malapit na. So, what is the result? So, syempre, magkakaroon ng negative result. So, it's either bara-bara yung gawa mo or hindi yung ine-expect mong result yung makukuha mo because of procrastination. Okay? Okay. So, bakit nga ba nagpo-procrastinate ang mga tao? It's because feeling overwhelmed. So, I know a lot of people and I know starting pandemic, we transitioned from face-to-face class into online class. Okay? So, the expectation from the professor is very different from the face-to-face class. So maybe mas bumigat yung expectation nila sa atin or mas dumami or feeling ng iba na mas marami tayong time. But still, we are not well adjusted with the face-to-face or with the online class. Okay? So nararamdaman natin is na-overwhelm tayo sa mga dapat natin gawin. Hindi na natin alam kung ano yung uunahin natin. Okay? And then the next one is confusion. We are confused of everything. Okay? Because why? Because during face-to-face class, natatanong natin agad yung mga professor natin or yung mga tao sa paligid natin, o ano ba yung gagawin natin dito? So the communication is very fast. But now, during the online class, so the instruction from the professor or the instruction para dun sa gagawin natin is hindi na malinaw. So we are confused. Okay? And then boredom. Oh, so let's say baka bored sila or let's say di pa nila nakikita yung sarili nila na ginagawa nila yung task na yon. So that's why nade-delay yung mga dapat nilang gawin. And then lack of motivation. So kung before nakikita nila na okay, nafe-feel nila na mo-motivate sila sa mga kasama nila. So na-motivate sila na gawin yung mga task nila. But since now, na nasa bahay lang tayo, so yung motivation is umiikot lang between sa bahay natin. So it lacks our motivation to finish a certain task. And then the last one is distraction. So maraming distraction. So let's say kapag nasa bahay tayo is we have a lot of time when it comes to social media. Okay, so nawiwili tayo kaka-browse ng social media natin. It can be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, kaka-post natin, or pagbabasa sa Facebook, or maybe some people or some students are still reading Wattpad. So, nadi-distract na sila. So, nawawala na yung focus nila dun sa main goal nila dahil madaming distraction. So, let's say, pwede ding distraction is yung mga tao sa paligid natin. Okay? So, it can be a distraction to us. So, what is the negative effect of procrastination? Of course, academic issues. So, kung nade-delay yung mga tasks natin, so bumababa yung grades natin. Okay? So, it can result or it can be an issue when it comes to our grades, sa performance natin sa school. Okay? And then, interpersonal relationship issues. So, hindi na tayo nakakapag-mingle or nakakapag-socialize sa ibang tao. Okay? Because of procrastination. The next one is reduced well-being. Okay? So, it affects our mental health, our health. So, it can also resulting to that. Whereas mental and physical health, just what I have mentioned, delay in getting help. So, kahit yung paghingi ng tulong natin na delay na din dahil sa pagiging, sa procrastination. Okay, so imbes na nakahingi ka na ng tulong or nakapag-seek ka na ng help to others, na-delay pa siya because pinatagal natin. Increase future procrastination. Since you practice procrastination, lagi mo siyang ginagawa. So may tendency na kahit sa pangmatagalan mo na siyang gagawin. So nasasanay na tayo na mag-delay ng mga task natin. So sabi ni Herbert Freudenberger and Gaylor, so they are psychologists. So we have these 12 phases of this stress syndrome. So may stress syndrome daw tayo. The first one is excessive drive and ambition. So this is common for people starting a new job or undertaking a novel task. Too much ambition can lead to burnout. So ang dami natin gustong i-achieve. Diba? So pagbago yung school natin, bago yung course natin, bago yung trabaho natin, ang dami natin gustong patunayan. And it can lead to burnout, napapagod tayo. Okay? So we need to take one at a time. Okay? Then next one is pushing yourself to work harder. Since you have too much ambition, so napupush natin yung sarili natin na magtrabaho or paghirapan yung isang bagay. Okay? So of course, it can lead us or we can feel stressed because of that. So the third one is neglecting your own needs. So you begin to sacrifice self-care like sleep, exercise, and eating well. So because of stress, so let's say malay mo nalilimutan mo na dati naliligo ka araw-araw. But because of stress, hindi ka na araw-araw nalilimutan mo ng alagaan yung sarili mo. So kung dati nakakapag-exercise ka pa or nakakakain ka pa ng mabuti, so because of stress, nalilimutan mo na siya. Okay? So diyan pumapasok yung let's say dahil sa pagiging busy nila, sa pagiging stress nila or madaming bagay yung tumatakbo sa isip nila, nalilimutan na nilang kumain sa tamang oras. So of course, we need to prioritize also yung nutrition na kukuha natin. Okay? The fourth one is displacement of conflict. So instead of acknowledging that you're pushing yourself to the max, you blame your boss, the demands of your job, or colleagues for your troubles. So dito, pumapasok na yung hindi mo na nakikita yung mali ng sarili mo. So the tendency will be you will blame the people around you. Inabiblame mo na. So you need to check yourself. So baka mamaya ikaw yung may mali. Pero sa tingin mo, ibang tao yung may mali sa'yo or yung ibang tao yung gumawa ng mali sa'yo. Okay? So the next one is no time for non-work related needs. So you begin to withdraw from family and friends, social invitation to parties, movies, and dinner dates starts to feel burdensome. So hindi ka na nakikipag-socialize sa ibang tao. Okay? So let's say may mga invitation yung friends mo or let's say may family reunion, may family dinner, so hindi ka na sumasama. Tendency is nagmumukmuk ka na lang mag-isa. Let's say, sa kwarto ka na lang lagi. Okay? So, yung mga parties na yan, yung mga social gathering na yan, so bumibigat na siya sa'yo. So, kung dati lagi kang uma-attend, so maluwag ka sa dibdib mo, excited ka, pero ngayon, hindi na. The next one is denial. So, impatience with those around you mounts. Instead of taking responsibility for your behavior, you blame others, seeing them as incompetent, lazy, and overbearing. So, just like number 4, so yan. So, a lot of people are getting into your nerves. So, kiniinisan mo na lahat ng bagay. Okay? So, imbes na you take responsibility sa naging behavior mo, you tend to blame it to others. Okay? 7 is withdrawal. You begin to withdraw from family and friends, social invitation to parties, movies, and dinner dates start to feel burdensome instead of enjoyable. Okay? Just like what I have mentioned earlier. Then the next one is behavioral changes. So those on the roads to burnout may become more aggressive and snap at loved ones for no reason. So kung dati, you tend to be enjoyable or parang pleasing ka sa iba, pero dahil nga sa stress, nagiging mainitin na yung ulo mo. So, hindi ka na pleasing sa iba. So, yan. So, you tend na magbago na yung ugali mo because of stress. The ninth one is that the personalization. So, feeling detached from your life and your ability to control your life. Okay? So, feeling mo, wala ka ng control sa mga nangyayari sa paligid mo. Kung dati feeling mo, okay, alam ko yung ginagawa ko, nakokontrol ko yung mga dapat kong gawin, but now, hindi mo na siya magawa. Okay? You lost touch with your life. So number 10 is inner emptiness or anxiety. So feeling empty or anxious, you may turn to thrill-seeking behaviors to cope with this emotion. So such as substance use, gambling, or overeating. Okay, so since you have this emptiness and anxieties na na-experience mo, so nahahanap natin siya sa let's say sa paggamit ng drugs. So nakakapag-drugs na tayo. So na-addict or meron na tayong addiction sa gambling, sa pagsusugal. Because we nahahanap natin or napupunaan natin yung emptiness or anxiety na wawala sa isip natin yung anxiety kapag ginagawa natin yun. Okay? So, overeating. So, pwedeng too much eating. So, kain tayo ng kain. So, di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na stress eating. So baka during those time nawawala yung anxiety natin kapag kain tayo ng kain. But it resulted to, or it can result to physical, I mean, it compensate your physical health naman. So naaapektuhan na yung physical health natin. Okay? The 11th one is depression. So it can lead from anxiety, from burnout to anxiety to depression. Life loses its meaning and you begin to feel hopeless. Okay? So this is the almost last stage na napipil na natin na wala na. So we don't have or we don't hope for anything na. So hopeless na tayo sa mga bagay-bagay. The last one is mental or physical collapse. Okay? This can impact your ability to cope. Mental health or medical attention may be necessary. So, if nakarating ka na sa stage na nag-collapse na mentally or physically, this is the time that you need to seek help from psychologists, to doctors, or anyone that you think na nakakatulong sa'yo. Okay? So, this is the tips for getting and staying motivated. So, itong tips na to, matutulungan niya yung mga taong if you want to figure out your goals and learn to achieve them. The next one is you're feeling unmotivated and unfocused. And then it can help also to those people who wants to get their stuff done. Okay. So motivation is what drives you towards a goal. So ito yung kailangan mo para ma-achieve yung goal mo. It gets you up in the morning and keeps you working through a task, determined to succeed when things get tough. So two types of motivation. So the first one is we have the positive motivation and the negative motivation. So we will differentiate those two. So for the positive motivation, or we call it the reward, so this is the type of motivation that you use when you perform an activity to gain a reward that usually lies in the future. This future may be immediate or distant. So the expectation of a reward is what drives you. So meron kang nilook forward after. So for example, so kapag ginawa mo yung assignment mo, so let's say you are into a college entrance exam or a licensure exam. So let's say kapag nakapag-review ka, so you're one step away or malapit ka na or it can result na pumasa ka dun sa exam na yun. So that's the reward. Magkakalisensya ka, magiging license ka, magiging certified ka, etc. Kapag tinawag naman na negative motivation or pain avoidance, so this is the type of motivation that you use when you perform an activity to avoid the pain that may result from not doing it. For instance, so a student who studies hard not to fail is negatively motivating himself. Okay? So let's say if I don't finish this assignment in the next few hours, babagsak ako. So, in-avoid na natin yung pain or yung negative result doon sa goal na yun or sa motivation na yun. Okay? So, that's the positive motivation or negative motivation. So, iba-ibang klase ng pag-motivate natin sa sarili natin. So, think about it. So, let's say if you are into rewards or pain avoidance. So, it depends on you. Okay? So, we have these ways to stay motivated. So the first one is we need to set goals. Of course, we need to identify ano ba yung gusto nating mangyari sa buhay natin or ano ba yung mga gusto nating i-achieve. And then you need to choose your goals that interest you, of course. So kapag namimili ka ng goal, dapat yung interest mo or yung gusto mo talaga. You need to make your goals public. So it also helps if sinasabi mo siya sa iba. Like me personally, I wanted to tell people around me what is my goal because if I know that people knows it, so mas nagiging motivated ako na i-achieve yung goal na yun kasi alam na ng lahat. Okay? It also works for some people. Plot your progress. So let's say if you have this goal, so you need to track your goals kung nasa ang phase ka ba ng goal mo para ma-achieve 'yon. Okay? So, because kahit maliit yung progress na yan, or maliit na achievement yan para sa goal mo, it's still a progress. So, it's still an achievement, kahit gaano kaliit yan. Okay? So, we need to break up your goals also. So, you need to put it into by parts kung tingin mo masyadong mahaba or yung tingin mo masyadong impossible yung goals mo. Need mo siyang unti-untiin. Okay? The next one is use reward. So let's say naka-achieve ka ng kahit maliit na bagay. So kahit i-reward mo yung sarili mo, kahit maliit na rewards lang yan for yourself, kahit let's say you need, i-reward mo yung sarili mo na, okay, makakapagbasa ako ng libro for 2 hours or makakanood ako ng favorite kong series sa Netflix ng isang episode. So it's still a reward. So kahit hindi financially or monetary or material things na reward, pwedeng-pwede mo siyang gawin sa sarili mo. Don't do it alone. So if you need help, if you need someone to help you to achieve that goal, don't hesitate na maghanap ng taong makakatulong sa iyo. Okay? Hindi lang naman ikaw yung pwedeng gumawa ng goal mo. So you can ask or you can seek help from other people. Okay. So let's say, katulad nga ng title, know what works for you. Again, lagi kong sinasabi na kung hindi porket nag-work sa iba, mag-work din sa'yo. Kanya-kanya tayo ng motivation, kanya-kanya tayo ng progress, kanya-kanya tayo ng timeline. So kung hindi talaga mag-work sa'yo, or if you're really finding it hard, if you've tried but failed to get motivated, then it might help to talk it through with someone you trust. Okay? Sometimes it can be hard to achieve things on your own, so having a good support network may help when you've taken on a big challenge. Okay? So, sinasabi dito na again, hindi lang naman sarili mo yung makakatulong sa'yo. Let's say, hirap ka na. Maybe you can look for people around you. It can be your parents. Kapag hindi sa parents, it can be your friends, your loved ones, your partner. It can be a guidance counselor, a psychologist, a stranger. If you think that if that specific person can contribute to your goal or can if that person can help you to get through it, seek help. Okay? You can also try talking to a counselor who can help you to work out which motivating strategies will work the best for you. So again, a reminder na hindi porket nag-work sa kakilala mo, sa pamilya mo, ay is mag-work din sa'yo. You need to search or you need to look for something na tingin mong mag-work sa'yo. Okay? So mental health, okay, what you need to know, mental health is important. So, new normal affects our productivity. So again, nasa new normal pa din tayo. Okay, nasa bahay pa din tayo. COVID is still there. Kahit sabihin natin lumuwag na yung mga protocols, kahit sabihin natin na marami na nagrarally sa labas, marami nang lumalabas sa labas, marami nang nagbabakasyon, COVID is still there. So we are still in the new normal. So I have here top 8 productivity tips in the new normal. So number 1 is you need to use your time wisely. So hindi pwedeng walang napupuntahan yung isang araw mo. Okay, you need to plot your time and you need to use it wisely. Okay? So, very worn out na tong advice na to, pero ang question is, are you really taking it seriously? Seryoso ka ba sa paggamit ng oras mo? Are all the minutes of each day appropriately spent and allocated correctly? The best way to make this tip work is to know the value of time first. Okay, importante ang bawat oras, bawat minuto, bawat segundo natin. If alam mo na kung how valuable each hour is, you will make sure not to waste it on things that will not be beneficial. Okay. So, this pandemic is an eye-opener with us na every hour, every time matters. Okay? Every time we have is very important. Kasi pwede in the blink of an eye, mawala yung taong mahal natin or makasayang tayo ng oras or imbes na yung oras na yun ginamit natin sa makabulahan, ginamit natin siya sa wala. Okay? The next one is follow the new rules and guidelines in the new normal. So of course, we need to watch news, we need to observe, we need to research everything kung ano-ano na ba yung mga guidelines. Kasi kapag hindi natin alam yung guidelines na meron tayo ngayon, makaka-waste or masasayang din yung oras natin. So our goal is to be productive every day. Okay? We should be more creative. Okay, if you aspire to achieve something, there should be no excuse to do it. So yes, we are now in this pandemic, but that doesn't mean that we would stop making great things. So there may be a lot of changes, adjustment, or omissions on the things we used to live with. But we're just in the middle of our journey. So again, hindi pa tapos yung journey natin sa pandemic. And giving up at this point should not be your last resort. Especially now na nakakakita natin at least somehow ng pagbabago. So we need to be more creative, find others ways to earn, learn, and live. Okay, we should be thankful and amazed by yourself when you discover that there are multitude of things that are yet to be discovered. So again, we need to discover ourselves in terms of, let's say na okay ka pala sa pagla-live selling, okay ka pala as an entrepreneur, so pwede ka palang mag-sell online. So, pwede ka palang gumawa ng other tasks. So, it can be drawing. So, yan. So, it depends on you. Okay? We need to be creative kung paano natin magagamit yung oras natin. Okay? At ma-maximize yung skills natin. Okay? Add more hard work and discipline. So, hard work and discipline is very important. So if you want to be productive, you should work hard and give extra effort to produce more quality results. So instill discipline on how you plan and do things. We are in the new normal at this point. But we can still be more productive while doing the things we love. This is when we choose to work on more significant tasks instead of delving on matters that will only worsen the current situation that we have. Okay? Turn down vices and focus on your job. So that this tip is connected to being disciplined. So disciplina. So let's say you live unhealthy, so marami kang distractions. So you need to turn down those vices. And we need to focus sa real things, sa real world. So we need to focus sa mga tasks or sa mga kailangan natin i-achieve. Okay? So kapag hindi mo in-avoid yung vices mo, of course, you will lose focus sa goal na meron ka. Okay? Use productivity techniques, apps, and programs. So, napakadami na ngayon na mga application. So, sana pwede natin i-download sa phone natin wherein we can track our time or we can do a to-do list. So, kahit yung simpleng pag-note lang natin, kahit journal, makakatulong yan para sa atin, para lang matrack natin kung ano yung mga na-achieve natin every day. Okay? And then get updates and be informed always. Okay? So, napakalawak ng Google, napaka-useful ng Facebook. Huwag natin siyang gamitin into negativity para mag-create or makapagkalat ng negativity sa ibang tao. So, we need to use that wisely and smartly. Okay? And number 8, prioritize your health. Okay, what's happening nowadays is telling us that our health is still one of our best investment in life. Make sure to take proper care of our mental health, physical and emotional well-being. Whether you're working in a company or at home, or if you are studying at home, you should consider your health a top priority. Okay, eat properly and keep yourself hydrated. Keep an active and healthy lifestyle. Use ergonomic products at work such as standing desks and ergonomic chairs. So they will help you prevent the possible effect of a sedentary lifestyle. Okay? Always prioritize our health. It can be physical health and mental health. So for additional tips, so of course, number 1 is to make a journal if you are not into gadgets or if you are not a technical person, you can use journals. Kahit simpleng notebook lang yan, maliit na notebook, kahit yung gamit na notebook na yan at tingin mo may space pa, you can use that to track your progress or to put your goals. Okay? Very effective pa din si journal ngayon. Dress for success. So of course, we need to feel good, we need to look good para yung mood natin is maging okay. Okay? If we are confident, if we dress confidently at kung ano yung tingin natin tama sa okasyon or kahit nasa bahay ka, you need to put makeup or at least mag-ayos. So hindi porket nasa bahay tayo, hindi na tayo magbibihis. Lagi lang tayo nakapambahay. It can help to boost our mood. Okay? Always prioritize that always prioritize things that make you feel good. So wag mong pansinin yung ibang tao, okay? Don't mind the comments from other people. So lagi mong gawin kung ano yung tingin mong makakatulong sa iyo. So avoid those things or avoid those people na tingin mo nagbi-bring sa'yo ng negativity. Okay? Hindi sila healthy sa mental health natin. Use different zone of your home for different tasks. So let's say, nagsa-study ka sa kwarto mo. So try mo namang lumabas sa kwarto. Pwede kang sa sala, sa dining, or sa terrace nyo kung meron man. So huwag ka lang mag-stick sa isang place. So it can help you at least para maiba naman yung environment mo. Okay? It can help us at least na mag-iba yung mood natin. Siyempre, kung nasa kwarto lang tayo, makita lang natin yung sarili natin, tayo lang mag-isa doon. Diba? So, gamitin nyo yung ibang parte ng bahay nyo. Or you can go out, ngayon, pwede naman na, somehow, kapag vaccinated ka na, you can go to different coffee shops, diba? So, pwede kang mag-work doon or pwede kang mag-aral doon. Move. So, galaw-galaw. So, we need to have an exercise every day. Kahit simpleng paglalakad yan. Pag-ikot mo sa bahay. So, very important siya. Put an end to your day. So, let's say, nagsistart yung araw mo ng 6 a.m. So, make sure na meron kang end sa ginagawa mo. So, let's say 6 to 7 p.m. Tapos na lahat ng task ko. Then, after 7 p.m. onwards, so you have your me time, your alone time. So, magagawa mo na yung mga gusto mong gawin. You can watch Netflix, you can read books, so you can mingle to your family, to your friends. So, it is important to put an end to your day. And then the last one is breathe. Hinga tayo. Okay? So, kapag tingin mo it's too much for you, breathe. Or tigil muna. Pahinga muna. Walang masama sa pagtigil. Okay? Hindi tayo nagmamadali. Okay? Lagi tayong, it's very important na may pahinga tayong lahat. Okay? So, if you are feeling lost and tired, take a break. And then if you feel that everything is not working for you, stop and rest. So once you regain yourself, you can start all over again. Walang masama kung tumigil, walang masama kung magkamali. As long as you have that goal, you have that motivation to continue what you want to achieve, that's okay. Okay? So I think that ends here my presentation. So I just want to share with you where you can reach us. So you can search us at jobs180/Innodata. You can search us also in Facebook at Innodata, HR Recruitment Mandaue if you are in Mandaue. If you are in Metro Manila, you can search Iber Abstracting Company in Careers. And if you are in Bicol or Legazpi or any near places, you can visit Innodata Legazpi. And then you can email us at hr-manila@innodata.com. And then you can reach me personally if you have questions, if you have concern, you can email me at esmadlangbayan@innodata.com. Okay? Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you so much, Miss Shena. I hope you can hear me po. All right, so thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
So, guys, if you have questions, last speaker na natin, topic for today, ang mental health check. So, if you still have questions, please feel free to post your questions on the comment sections, and we'll try to read and answer them. So, while waiting for questions from the audience, Miss Shena, I'll be asking first na lang po muna. So, we'll do the Boy Abunda fast Q&A. Ay, since we are time bound. So, ayan, first question, ma'am, is we have, of course, relating to the topic mental health. So we have this adrenaline hormone po, or what we call fight and flight hormones, right po? So this is a normal response to anxiety, panic, or to the things that we call or we deem danger po, no? So is it normal po kapag ang response mo lang ay puro flight response na lang sa nangyayari sa'yo? Puro na lang paiwas.
Okay. Sige. So actually, yung mga na-experience natin na ganyan is normal. Lagi kong sinasabi, okay lang maka-feel yan. But of course, in reality, hindi lang naman pwedeng laging flight or flight, tama ba? Flight flight response yung meron tayo. So we need to focus on something or we need o kailangan natin siyang iharapin because in reality, it can help us also. Okay, it can help us to know how are we going to react or to respond for a specific problem or for a specific situation. So, kung sa una, pwede. Pero kung gagawin mo siya ng paulit-ulit, syempre hindi na siya pwede. Masasanay yung katawan natin or lagi na lang ganun yung magiging response natin.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So, our next question po is constant procrastinating a sign of a mental health problem?
Okay. Not really, pero kasi darating tayo sa point na actually lahat tayo, of course, guilty na kapag procrastinate na tayong lahat. Okay? But kung patuloy mo siyang ginagawa, so katulad ng kanina like the burnout. So kapag burnout ka, may tendency na it can result to procrastination. Okay? And then if part siya ng burnout and then stress and then anxiety. And then after that anxiety, it can lead us to depression or it can lead us to something na it can lead us na maging mental health problems na natin. So of course, it's a start, it's a sign. It can be a sign. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am. So, next question po is it okay not to be okay? And for how long?
Okay. Sige, is it okay not, again, sorry, question.
Yes, ma'am. Is it okay not to be okay po? And for how long po?
Okay, is it okay not to be okay? Okay, just like I always say, na kung sa tingin mo nakakaramdam ka ng burnout, stress, feeling unmotivated, that's okay. Okay, that's normal. It's part of our life, especially now that we are in the middle of pandemic. But it is not okay not to be okay if if those things na nafe-feel mo brings negativity to other people or nakakaapekto ka na sa ibang tao. Okay? So if you tend not to help yourself, so that's a problem. If you are not willing to help yourself, problema na natin siya. Okay? So I hope I answer your question well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And siguro po if it already affects your yung araw-araw mong ginagawa no na stuck ka na lang. So I think
Yes.
that's the time na tigil na. Kailangan na kailangan mo nang humanap ng
Kailangan mo nang gumalaw. Kailangan mo
Mm.
nang gumawa ng solusyon.
Opo. And of course, next question po is who is the best person to talk to in times of crisis or difficulties po?
Okay. So, katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, it depends on us kung kanino tayo mas komportable. It can be our parents, it can be our friends, it can be our partner, our loved ones, or it can be a stranger, pwedeng psychologist, pwedeng guidance counselor, or anyone, pwede mo siyang makausap. It depends on you kung sino ang pinagkakatiwalaan mo at yung kung tingin mo yung tao na yon ay mabibigyan ng sagot sa mga tanong mo or magiging, alam mo yun, parang magiging, ano siya, if that person will be helpful to you, so pwedeng-pwede mo siyang kausapin. So it depends on you kung sino yung tingin mong best na taong makakatulong sa'yo.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And another question is when is the time that you have to ask for a professional advice?
Okay. If I advise for those people na nakaka-experience ng if they feel na hindi na tama or na iba na yung way of living nila sa normal nila. So maybe that's the time that you need to seek help. And if hindi na siya controllable, hindi mo na siya makontrol or na-lost na yung touch mo sa reality, and maybe it can bring harm to other people and to yourself, maybe that's the perfect time that you seek help for a professional people like psychologists, psychiatrists, or anyone na best person for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And of course po, one last question po. We all know that mental health po, talking about mental health po is still a taboo topic po for some areas po, no? And may stigma pa rin pag naglabas ka about sa nararamdaman mo or your mental health, you're talking
Mm-mm.
about your mental health. What advice po can you give for this people na hindi pa talaga
Mm-mm.
ganun ka-open and kaya may mga nahihiya pa, may mga tao pang nahihiya?
Okay. So, I just want to share that tulad ng ibang nakaka-experience, I was like that too. Okay? Especially nung nagsa-start ako sa psychology or nag-aaral ako. So, mental health problems or mental health, any related topic about mental health is very taboo or stigma pa siya. A lot of people are not open to their situation. Okay? But now, somehow, nakikita ko na unti-unti, a lot of people are opening or share their situation. But of course, I would like to emphasize that it should also start with our home, with our family. So we need to educate everyone because somehow some people na nakakausap ko, nahihiya sila mag-share sa family members nila, sa mga taong malapit sa kanila. So we need to be educated. Okay? And then also, aside from prioritizing mental health first in our family, of course, the government also do something about it na at least a lot of people will reach help na libre. Kasi aminin man natin sa hindi, mahal magpa-consult, mahal magpa-psychologist or anything. So if they can provide a specific help for those people na nakaka-experience ng mental health problems, so at some point, mawawala yung stigma or masasanay yung mga tao sa ganitong situation. Okay?
Totoo, ma'am. I agree. Lahat ng bagay
Mm.
nagsisimula talaga sa loob ng tahanan. The good thing, the
Mhm.
bad things. So, kung maganda ang
Mhm.
foundation, maganda talaga din naman ang
Yes.
kalalabasan. So, siguro for ano po, 'di ba, people out there, no? So, talagang importante na sa simula pa lang, sa loob pa lang ng tahanan, meron na open na yung bawat isa about this
Yes,
issue,
that's
about this
correct.
topic. So, thank you so much,
Mhm.
Miss Shena. We've learned a lot. I hope the audience
Yes,
too. So,
I
kahit wala
hope
silang
so.
questions, pero I think naman nakinig po sila. So, thank you so much, Ms. Shena, for sharing your
Thank you
time
guys.
and your
Okay.
knowledge for today's session. So, if you guys are interested, please feel free to visit their career site. It's www.jobs180.com/innodata. You may email Ms. Shena or you may ask personally Ms.
Mhm.
Shena po regarding the job vacancies they offer po. Thank you so much, Ms.
Yes.
Shena. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, so there you have it, guys. If you do not have questions, to officially close our program for today, may we invite Ms. Maria Bernarda L. Trinidad, Dean Office of Student Affairs or SPS, for the closing remarks.
Good morning, everyone. We have finally reached the end of today's Marketing Me live webinar. So, as your Dean of the Office of Student Affairs, Student Personal Services, and on behalf of you all, I would like to express, first and foremost, my sincerest gratitude to our speakers, especially Mr. Kim Chu, Managing Director of Jobs 180, Mr. Joe Lenard Malsi of Talent Acquisition Team Lead, Probe, to Ms. Shena or Shena Filomeno from Innodata, and Ms. Joyce Katakutan, Academic Linkages Officer. Much appreciated is the support of Bicol College Management, all the academic deans, program chairs, coordinators for today's activity. Of course, my deepest thanks goes to all the graduating college and senior high school students who attended this webinar and helped make this a successful one. I am confident that all your learnings today will arm you as you go job hunting and build your future careers. Remember, my dear students, opportunities don't just happen, you create them. Finally, my deepest thanks, of course, to our Secretariat and technical team for their priceless contributions for running a smooth event. Once again, a pleasant morning. God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Miss Byrne, for thank you so much, Miss Byrne, for gracing the event, and of course for again reaching out to Jobs 180, trusting us with your events and powering your events. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are hoping for the virtual career fair po with Bicol College. Thank you so much, Miss Byrne. So there you have it, guys. We are done with the talk proper and successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. So please do not forget to evaluate this event. The link is flashed on your screen. It's also available at the comment sections. Please do know that the evaluation po will serve as your attendance for today's session. So for the Bicol College, please do fill out the G forms and evaluate this event. So we would like to thank each one of you guys for staying all throughout the event. We hope that the webinar helps you be prepared in the world of work. So sabi nga ng mga speaker natin kanina, it's okay to fail. So just stand up and try again. So try lang ng try. And of course, we would like to thank again Bicol College. And we would like also to thank the following sponsors for today's session, for today's event. So you may check out our career page for more career opportunities. Please visit www.jobs180.com. And again, as Sir Kim mentioned po, we are hiring for customer support officer and IT officer for full-time positions. If you're interested, please submit your resume link at jobs180.com/jobs180, or you may email us at info@jobs180.com. Please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. Please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed. And you are welcome, guys, to join in on those sessions too. So the program is finally concluded. This is your host, Joyce Katakutan. We will see you soon and have a great afternoon. Ingat, everyone.
Change. It happens when you least expect it, but also when you embrace it. At Accenture, we help the world's biggest brands thrive through change. Our people combine technology and creativity, expertise and experience, learning and collaboration, passion and purpose to make a difference for our clients, their customers, our company, and our communities. Behind every great change is a great human. Bring your skills, your curiosity, and your true self to your work every day. Let's do incredible things. Let's deliver on the promise of technology and human ingenuity.